Hi, I'm Dominique Morris. The question of the day is, does MetroCare really care? A hard look at workplace injustice in our own city. When you walk through the doors of a public institution, especially one funded by different city contracts and entrusted with mental health services, you expect a foundation built on compassion, integrity, as well as support. So ask yourself, does Metro care, really care? From the bottom shelf intake experience to the back burner actions of upper management, a disturbing pattern is becoming impossible to ignore. How can an organization claiming to serve the community when it treats its own frontline workers with cold, bottom shelf indifference? Mass terminations without accountability. Recently, an entire team of dedicated case managers was terminated without warning. The blanket accusations here: time theft. This claim ignores the standard process. Department managers themselves verify and approve and sign off on these hours. How do you accuse an entire team of stealing time when their managers sign off on that time every single pay period? Instead of the taking responsibility for the internal management oversights, leadership used case managers as scapegoats, blaming the very people doing the hard work, doing the hard daily work on the ground, the true foot soldiers of MetroCare. Humiliation on the front lines. This isn't a isolated incident. It's part of a culture that has been brewing for far too long. See, look at what happened at the Lancaster location. A dedicated employee, a single mother trying to work, survive, and provide for her family, was hired into an environment that lacked basic structure, resources, and respect. She was forced to work without a proper desk, space, or working conditions. She worked so hard, the clients thought that she was the director and or manager. Her name will go unannounced, and the onboarding details weren't even properly integrated into the system. For 6 whole months, she faced direct humiliation and disrespect from the director while simply trying to do her job, by management while simply trying to do her job. When someone with a history of mental health challenges comes to work at a mental health facility, you expect empathy. Instead, she was humiliated, marginalized, and then ultimately fired without notice via mail that wasn't even properly addressed. A personal message sent to her by the manager? What? She was appalled. But she was fired while trying to earn an honest living. See, a citywide call to action: we cannot claim to live in a fair, thriving city while allowing city funded institutions to operate with such disregard for human dignity. When organizations receive local contracts and public funds, they are answerable to the community. They cannot be allowed to run like shadow operations where coworkers from all cultures, backgrounds are discarded, humiliated, and scapegoated the moment it becomes convenient. See, working mothers dedicated to case managers and case management and everyday staff deserve fair labor practices and clear, transparent communication. Management accountability when time and scheduling are verified. A workplace free from humiliation, harassment, and toxic leadership. If an organization cannot extend basic care, dignity, and fairness to its own staff, how can the community trust them to care for vulnerable clients who walk through their doors? It is time for our city's leaders, community members, and oversight boards to take a closer, a more controlled look. I'm Dominique Morris. This is today's officially revealed information for the DFW area. Thank you all so much. And remember, we're going to have a hot weekend. Stay hydrated and be safe out there in those streets. Bye now.